Yeah. I know. It has been so long since the last video. Blame the fact that I've been doing Minecraft civs and speedrunning stuff non-stop, and I just have not been able to lock in on ranking these. I mean, I got a sub 50 restricted 80% run yesterday, so that's really cool, you know. Anyways, I'm finally back to doing these, and today I will be talking about a topic that I am very late to. Now, if you're an AFOL like I am, you probably know these two dreaded words. Smart play. For like for like a month, it was the one thing everybody in the Lego community was just talking about. Hell, I even heard whispers of it around the same time the infamously overpriced Lego Star Wars wave came around last year. You know, like the one with the $160 Republic Juggernaut and Separatist MDT. Now, as you can tell by the way I'm talking about it, the reception has not been very kind. Not just in the Lego community, but outside it too. If you want to know, like, just how widespread criticism of smart play is, like, Crispy's Tavern made a critical failure side quest, like, about the drama surrounding it. I actually watched it a while ago. Their stuff is really good to have on in the background, but anyways, the most common critique was that the builds were overpriced, which yeah, I'll probably put it up on screen right now. Uh, Notice that only like two of them are below $50, and like I guess that could work if like you could if the builds were good, but another major critique is that the builds just are ugly, which yeah, some of them are. You know, there's like the little weird force contraption in Yoda's hut, the whatever the hell they did to the X-wing to get the smart brick to fit in, and like the the two dueling platforms in the throne room, like all of them definitely suffered from having to conform to the smart brick gimmick. There's also the infamous green hammer, which yeah, it's like so out of place. Like remember that scene in A New Hope where Chewie used his trusty green hammer to fix up the Millennium Falcon and then he said it's chewing time. I remember. But, you know, hearsay can only get you so far. I needed to understand what was going on. So I bought one. Uh, I was initially not planning on getting a smart playset. In fact, the only reason why this video idea even exists is specifically because I was like, huh, if I buy one of these and I review it, then that could potentially be a good video idea. If I was gonna stop by Walmart and get a Lego set, it was probably gonna be that one AT-AT set from the Mando and Grogu line, since it actually looked pretty good from Solid Brick Studios' review. It sadly the Mando and Grogu stuff didn't drop yet, so I just decided to get what I was there for. And then I remembered that I was a week behind on videos, and now I'm like 4 months behind and I just decided to nab it. So this set I got was Darth Vader's Tie Fighter, which, as you saw before, is around $70. Now I had footage of me actually reviewing the damn thing, but a while ago I had to move a ton of my footage around, and I basically wound up deleting it in the middle of it. So I have to just like describe my thoughts here. The design for a fighter itself isn't great. Like the front and the sides are all right. You know, there isn't exactly like there's like the little red uh clamp clamps thingy and like the blue dots like in between the wings, but like those are forgivable since I'm not exactly looking for like total 100% accuracy in a smart playset. However, uh, the back is very unfinished. They just opened the entire thing up for the for the just for the red brick, and like $70 and you don't finish the back. Like, bro, what are we doing, man? Like, I mean, I also know that like Lego designers are basically given like a piece budget, but like I feel like you probably could have like just you know you could have just like at least added some like curve pieces to the sides of like the smart bricks little cradle so you can like you know at least it looks partially finished. uh I did like really enjoy the side set pieces, the refueling station and the rebel outpost. uh yeah, hold on. Yeah, the sounds from from the smart brick. I don't know why I keep saying red brick. Yeah, the sounds from the smart brick just kind of sucked. Like it felt like they were like trying. I don't know. It felt like I was. It felt like the auditory equivalent of eating store brand food. Like it kind of sounds like what it's trying to imitate, but also not really. Like this is especially bad when it comes to the shooting sounds. I also have kind of like a bit of a pet peeve with this set for making the fighters guns a an audio only thing. Like if they add a mechanism to like where it both triggers the smart brick and like a pair of spring launchers, it at least be like a lot better for it. It like at least the sounds and like the spring launcher projectile would work together. Uh, Something I did not know until I was making this video was that you can also play the Imperial March using the Smart Brick and the Smart Veer minifig. Uh, Sounds pretty alright, which I, you know, I think it's the best part of this set's Smart Brick functionality. Yeah, honestly, I think that if these sets were in a different context and they weren't connected to anything like smart play, like they could work. Aside from the ones I pointed out earlier, these sets like have all right design. Aside from a part specifically tacked on for smart play. Honestly, if these builds were just builds with no smart play stuff and like half the price, would be like I don't even know what I would like make it. Probably like something akin to like that like four plus those 4+ sets they made like I think it was 2018 or 2019, but like those sets like it could be like a really cool like just simple original trilogy sets, like a really cool wave of those. And I think all this just leads to the main issue with the smart play system. It's just pointless. Like there is no reason why you should like really try to add like sound effects or like stuff like that to Lego. It's like it's Lego. It's about imagination. The kids made their own sound effects and made up their own stories for decade on end. They do not need any of this. This is all a scheme by a bunch of out-of-touch shareholders who want to seem like they're on the cutting edge when they don't even know jack shit about what kids want. Or even AFOs for that matter. At least they know what they're doing with all the nostalgia display sets for Zelda and Pokemon. At least they know that there are AFOs out there with truckloads of disposable income to buy all of them. And speaking of Pokemon, I have the one advantage of not being on time for the initial controversy, which is the fact that the upcoming Pokemon sets are all Smart Play based. Now, you'd expect LEGO to learn from their mistakes with the Star Wars sets, I guess. Honestly, the pricing is pretty alright compared to Star Wars. There are at least more budget sets, and only one of like those sets are over $100. Could be better, but considering just how dire it was for Star Wars Smart Play, it is still good. Honestly, this makes me think that the Star Wars Smart Play pricing has more to do with the fact that for whatever reason, whether it be licensing costs, like some say, or just business decisions on Lego's part, like others say, Star Wars pricing just sucks now. Like the bill themselves, I think they look like okay, I guess. I mean, I think they translate pretty awkwardly to brick built sets, but they do like a way better job at incorporating the smart brick in its functions than the Star Wars sets ever did. I mean, I prefer these to just be separate from Smart Play, but honestly, compliments to the designers for you know managing to learn from like just how bad the Star Wars sets could get, and you know making the designs better. That said, I really don't know what else I can get talk about regarding this wave. I remember seeing a video on Reddit where the Pokemon bricks either like reuse the generic sounds or severely mangled the anime Pokemon sounds, but I genuinely cannot find it for the life of me, and therefore I can't really speak on it. I'm also probably not gonna be able to get one of those sets anytime soon, so yeah. So you know Super Metroid.